Yeah.
How
Happy
many are you
Friday
telling?
evening. Huh?
How many people are on?
I don't even know. Let me see. We just went live,
Oh,
so
we did. Okay, I'm not used to. You don't have a.
you were
You don't.
you were
You don't
there.
have a count. You don't have a countdown like we do. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
I
the
was like, "Where's the
No,
countdown.
countdown?"
I have a countdown. I have a countdown, and I just didn't use it tonight. I
Oh, I'm
just thought,
sorry,
like, I just,
everybody. I was like, who's on? Screw it. Sorry. All
hey, no worries, no worries.
right.
It's only family. These are only our family here tonight, right?
Good. Everybody's like, what the hell is he talking
Well,
about?
good
Well,
night,
most of them are
everybody.
probably used to you already, Anthony. So I
I
mean,
know they are. I'm kooky and crazy. So the hell.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you guys could join us tonight. I've got Anthony here. I've got Mr. Robbie here. And hold on one second. I want to make sure it's Rains. I couldn't remember your last name, Robbie. I don't know why I was drawing a blank. Robbie Rains. And he's got a podcast called What's Really Out There? YouTube channel.
Mhm.
That's really awesome. He's got some amazing evidence. And so I am so honored that these two guys, these two gentlemen, have decided to kind of go through this journey with me. And I will tell everybody um, before we start, um, they have seen the images previously. They've already
Mhm.
seen these images that we're going to be discussing tonight. And I've only sent them to two other people that aren't on the show tonight. So it's very few people who have seen these photos. So but before we get into all of that tonight, obviously we had our community was affected this week very deeply, very deeply. The one thing that I really want to get across, and it's a message that Matt and I and so many of our fellow podcasters in the community feel the very same way, and we want to build bridges across the community. That's why we all have different people on different have different experiences and different encounters, whether it's dogmen, paranormal, Sasquatch, Jersey Devil, Mothman, whatever, alien abduction. We talk about all these kinds of things. We want to build those bridges. And Carrie, I
Oh
know that
yeah.
people always say that quote, you're standing on the shoulders of giants, right? And I feel
Mhm.
like Carrie was that for us. And he
Yeah.
was the giant man with the big heart
I was gonna say he was a gentle
that we
giant.
all fell in love with. Yes. And
I
he
wouldn't have
was,
met. I
he
wouldn't
was
have met you.
busy.
I wouldn't have met
He
you or
yeah.
Da or I wouldn't have met anybody in this community if it really wasn't for Carrie and
Yeah.
Mark.
Well,
And Carrie,
the,
I can't say anything.
yeah.
I mean,
But the message I want to definitely get across is that Carrie was always inclusive. Okay. He didn't have to agree with anybody, but he was always
no.
inclusive, and he was always building bridges. He was
Hmm.
always reaching across the aisle and shaking hands with all of us,
Oh
all of
yeah.
us. And I really feel like all of these communities have come together this week. I hope that Carrie's vision for that bridge to continue to be built and grow throughout the community. And we and stop this and that, and we all learn to love each other and accept each other for what we each bring to the table, right?
Oh yeah. He did a
So
lot.
Carrie,
He did do a lot.
yeah, Carrie, rest easy in the arms of the angels, my love, and we will never forget you. And you
No, I
mean the
won't.
world. You meant the world to us. You still mean the world to us. And our thoughts and our prayers are with Linda and her family, all of Carrie's family, everyone. We wish you nothing but love and light and blessings, and you're all in our prayers. And if there's anything that we can do here at our channel or anything, please reach out, let us know, and we are here to support you as in whatever you need. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't have met you, Matt, your son
yeah,
Matt. I wouldn't have met DA. I wouldn't have met Jessica.
yeah,
I wouldn't have met Fred. I mean, I've met so
yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you people how many. I mean, how many people in the
Hmm.
community and the podcast who has YouTube channels that I've met and became good friends. I mean, me, Da, and Robbie and Doc and all of us. We have not met face to face, but like I said, I do anything for them. But I would have never met them if it wasn't for
Hmm.
Kerry. Me being
Yeah,
on his show, telling my story.
Matt. When I started. Okay, so when I used to just watch everything I could find on TV, stream
Hmm.
everything that I could possibly get my hands on.
Right.
And then I reached out on YouTube. I had saw Into the 400, right? Shane
Oh
Carpenter,
yeah.
his documentary. So when I saw Shane's documentary, I thought, I'm going to Google this guy. So I Google him and I see he has a YouTube channel, and I left a comment, and he reached out and actually replied. I was like, oh
That's
my God,
that's the
he
same thing
replied
I
to
did.
me.
That's the same
Yeah.
thing I did with
And
Kerry, and it just
and
started
he
rolling.
yeah. And then and so Shane said in his reply to me, like, he recommended Bigfoot Odyssey and
Right.
Sawdust Beast.
Right.
And that's how my YouTube journey
Right.
started. And when I found Bigfoot Odyssey, it was I hadn't even got to Sawdust Beast yet. And when I think I don't even know how many episodes I binged. I couldn't even tell you because I was
Right. Me
riveted,
too.
and I fell in love with that channel, and I was in the chat for many, many, many months. I mean, I might have been in
Hmm.
the chat for 7 or 8 months
Well,
talking,
that's
just
how
talking
that's
to
how we
people.
met. We met that
Yeah,
way.
that's how
You
you and I
know,
met. That's
we
right.
met, and then I met Matt, and then Matt started his
Hmm.
channel because he was going out with Kerry and
Yeah.
Mark, and then you
Yep.
started going out, and then Da got on the show, and I commented on that, and then I went on Da's show. He just did. I mean, he got
Yeah. He did.
everybody together.
He did.
Um, Even if he didn't like your opinion,
That's
he
right.
still right. Everybody had an opinion, but you know what? Even if he didn't like your opinion, he was still a gentleman about it and still
Hmm.
presented it the right way. Like me, I
Yeah.
don't agree with everyone that comes on the show, and Robbie will tell you that I don't, and you know that too, Marty.
Hmm.
I don't. There's certain beliefs I believe, but Kerry is not the type. He wasn't the type of man to do that. Um, and like
No.
I said, I can't thank him enough. Really can't thank him enough
I
from all
know.
the good friends that I've made with you, your son. Like I said, I mean, I could go on and on and on.
I know the
Um,
list is
it
endless
is like I told
because
Marty before the show, my phone constantly is beeping and ringing till 4 in the morning with everybody texting me from different podcasts. You know,
yeah,
I did my crying. I did my, when I can't cry anymore. I really
yeah,
can't. It's.
me
I
neither.
mean, it's just too. The news was too heartbreaking for me, and I just God bless him, and I just wish his wife, Linda, and the kids, um, nothing but good prayers and Jesus to look over them, and you know, um, see, I'm getting shook up.
I know. I know. So we're going to leave it at that.
Yeah,
We're going to leave it at that. And then, I know that Daniela did kind of touch on allowing the family to, you know, have some privacy to grieve. And
yeah,
Oh, already freeze up on us.
I think so. I think Marty froze up. It's the weather. We're
Let's
getting
see.
bad weather in
There she
Florida.
is.
Is that
Yeah,
what it
we're getting.
was?
Yeah, we're getting. You getting bad weather down there too?
Yeah, we've been having some
Yeah,
bad weather for the
me
last,
too.
I'd
We're
say,
getting.
It's
three
okay. We thought you
days.
were just trying to imitate Anthony.
Yeah, you're like
Ah!
they always. They always break my chops about that. I freak because of the weather here at night. I got good internet, and I'll
But
be like, yeah.
but you never freeze like she does. Just
No,
you're always like,
Like that.
yeah, yeah. I'm always yeah. They're like, oh, there he
you always
goes.
get caught in the funniest poses you could possibly freeze in.
Oh, I can't. I
Oh
can't.
my gosh, it's so
But
funny.
anyway, the research area that Marty's going to talk about, and
Yeah,
I've had my experience close by it, not the same area, and that's where Kerry had his and Mark had his. Um, Also, that's how
let me
got
get
involved in all
my,
this.
oh goodness. Oh, my mouse. Oh, I thought my mouse just died. I'm like, oh my gosh, this too now? What? I'm like, what? Let's just say hi to everybody in the chat. So let's see who is all in here tonight. My goodness, we've got quite a few here. Hi, Val. Hi, Gary. Strangeland is here tonight, Mr.
Oh,
Todd.
cool.
Yeah, we've got, who else is in here? Miss Jean Hudson is here. Crystal Jackson's here. I saw Dina in here as well. Let's see, was there anybody? No, there was more. Flat Rock. Hey,
Hey,
Flat Rock.
yeah, I sent him an invite on that just to see, and he joined. He's on the chat.
Good.
How many people
Yeah.
are in it? How many people are on the chat right
Um,
now? What are you
I'm
showing?
16. That's what I see.
Oh, come
15.
on, people.
I
Get
know.
that
I
out
know.
there. What is with this?
Yeah,
I
people like,
know.
share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly. Hi, Ida. Ida Bustamante. I love her. I love her name. Just people do that to me too. They're like, I love your name.
Marty.
And when you say my first name and my last name together,
Now, what is your
everybody's always
last
said that
name?
to me.
What is your last name? How do you pronounce it?
Argentino. Just like the
Argentino?
just like the
Like,
country, but with an O.
Are you Italian or married to an Italian?
I'm married to an Italian.
There you go. We're the best. That's why.
From the Bronx.
but
I'm from Queens. See? We don't have
See?
Bigfoot walking around Queens. So,
No.
hey,
No.
Captain America was from Queens.
that's right. Don't forget it. That's
Oh,
right.
Charlotte Evans is here. Oh, by the way, I don't know if
Shane.
you guys have seen it or not, but Charlotte Evans, Gary Spikes Sr. did an interview with her where she talks about her and the encounters that she's had on his channel, P3 Productions. Go over there, like, share, subscribe, comment. Amazing interview. Charlotte, I told Gary, you were so poised during that interview. And I don't know if I could be that poised if I had all of that activity going on. But it was an amazing interview, guys. Go check that out for sure.
I finally watched that one documentary you and Matt told me to watch.
Which one?
It's
A Flash of Beauty?
oh my God, yeah.
It
That
was
was a
awesome.
real because it was more scientific and
Yes.
more Native American, and it wasn't just a Yahoo
Yeah.
backwoods type of.
Yeah.
These were people that have been into this study for years.
Yeah.
And then you had
Well, Mel.
government agents coming on
Hmm.
telling their story,
Hmm.
and park
Yeah.
rangers. It was nuts. It was
And
really good.
Mel Scahan, who was in the very, very beginning. He's a Native American from the Yakama
Hmm.
Nation. And, he was Matt's like first interview.
Right.
Yeah, he was awesome. And when I saw him and, I mean, that guy was in the forestry service for like 40 something years. Like the
Yeah.
guy
Why would you lie?
knows,
Yeah. You
he
have nothing
knows
to
what's
lie
out
about.
there.
Right. You
And
got nothing to lie
yeah,
about. And
yeah.
then they had a biologist from Oregon come on. They had a guy
So
from DOD come
that,
on. I was like, wow.
yeah. Oh, Claude. Hi, Claude. Hi, Claude. I got my staff today, or the other day, I got my staff. Uh, and then when You're late as usual, he says. And then when Claude sent, do you guys know the story or not about the
No.
staff? Okay.
Mm-mm.
So Claude made a staff for me, and it it came and it was damaged. It was broken, almost completely in half. And so thank God Matt tried to, tried to fix it for me. It took me like I cried. I cried my eyes out. And it took me a couple days to even tell Claude that it came broken, that it came damaged, because
What is it, like
I
a
knew,
walking stick you got? A walking
yeah,
stick you
yeah,
sent?
yeah, yeah.
That's what Robbie's
And
been doing. Robbie does that
I
too.
I just was so heartbroken, and I didn't know how to tell him, because I felt like,
Right.
so much work went into it, and I was shattered. I was just like, oh my God. I was
Did you
so
fix it?
anyways, so Matt tried to fix it. But in the meantime, Claude, I didn't know if Claude was I didn't expect him to send me another one. And so
Right.
in the between time, Gary Spikes also sent me one.
Oh,
So
cool.
I have, yeah. So okay, and then Claude's arrived, and so I have now those two, and then Matt fixed it as best as he could. So I still have the first one too. So I actually have three, and I'm blessed, right? They come
Nice.
in threes, right? Blessings always come in
Oh yeah.
threes.
Yeah,
So
that's what Robbie, you doing DAs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he does. You got to see the work that Robbie does.
that's the piece of cherry that's going to be part of it.
DAs. He did plaques.
wow,
He did
nice.
plaques for us for like our background. Show me the
Uh-huh.
plaques that you do for the
Yeah, let's
books.
see it.
Team Wild Hunt. He does
Oh,
on a
wow.
he
That's
does it on a
awesome.
CNC. Yeah,
Yep, that one's
Wow.
mine. Anthony's,
Wow.
Docs, and DA's had just got mailed out today.
yeah. He's
That's
doing it all. He did it
amazing.
all. And I
So
make knives.
beautiful.
I make handmade knives and stuff like that, and build AR-15s, and my specialty is 1911s and knives. That's what I build. So
Wow. Y'all are
yes,
some
yes.
busy guys.
I
Let me
wish I
just
was.
let's see. Let me just see who else popped in here. Mr. Hugh. Hi, Mr. Hugh. Ruby Joe. Hi. Thanks for coming. Papa C. Did I miss anybody? And if I did, I am so Shane. Hey, Shane.
Shane, hey, what's up, brother? Shane's on
Don
here.
What's up,
Moore.
Shane?
Our brother Don Moore is here. Larry Hart's here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody.
See,
I
there's
don't
an
think
old one
I
I would have
did.
never met. I would have never met
Oh,
Shane. He's all the way on the West Coast. He's in
yeah, yeah.
California.
Jay Fritz. Hi, Jay. Good to see you, my friend. Let me make sure. Did I miss anybody? Okay, I think I got everybody. All right, think we got everybody. Okay, so what? And I'm just gonna kind of let the viewers know how we're gonna kind of go through all of this. So
You go,
what
girl.
I'm first
We're here to back you up.
That's it.
Thank you. I know. I thank you guys so much. I'm telling you, you guys, when you guys because sometimes when you see your evidence, you see your evidence and you're like,
Right.
is it good? Is it not? Is it
I
that,
know what you're
and you're just
saying.
not, and I've held on to it for so long, for so many months. I mean, this happened back in March. So I've been hanging on to it for a really long time. And remember, Anthony, we've talked about the photos before.
Right. Right.
And we've talked about how sometimes you can see something in a photo and I can't see it, or vice
Right.
versa, right? Like,
Right.
okay. So there's that very strange thing that can happen, that has happened to Matt and I with our photos and certain things. So
Right. We talked about that.
yes. So when I saw what I saw in my photos and I sent them to Matt for the first time, he's like, there's nothing there. I'm like, what do you mean there's nothing there? How can you not see
Right.
it? I mean, it took months. And then all of a sudden, at one point we were talking about them, and then he goes, oh my God, I see it now. I see it
Now,
now.
yeah. And when you sent it to me right away, I went, there it is. I seen it right away. And I
Yeah.
told you where it was. And then I sent him to Robbie. And the last two, I think I sent to Robbie. He actually
Yeah.
seen even better. He was like,
Yeah, the
okay,
first
now
one I
I,
was like,
yeah,
but then they sent me the last one. I was like, aha,
Ah,
there he
yeah,
is, that little bastard. I see him now.
yeah. But again, that's why I want to give everybody the context, right? And I
Right.
want to kind of go through the day's events, and I just kind of want to kind of just so everybody kind of knows what the scenario was and how I even came to be in possession of these photos, right?
Well, you go right ahead. I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee real quick.
Go
So
for it.
I'm zipping out.
Can you get me a cappuccino?
he's probably gonna shut the rest of the
He's
microphone.
like, yeah, probably. Okay, so all right, so this particular day, it was myself, Matt, and his fiance, and we even had the baby with us that day on the stroller, and we had been to this area a few times. We had been to this area, and there's quite a bit of trails there, and we're just kind of like just on a hike, right? And I tell everybody all the time, I'm like, just go out and live your life, go camping, go hiking, just do, be mindful, be aware, but
Just get
go
out there.
out and yeah, just get out there. So we went for a nice hike that day. We had been there once before. We had gotten evidence there once before. When we were there, we had gotten evidence. So we were that day, we decided we were going to go a different route. So we're going down, and I'm going to and I will show these photos. I will show some other photos other than my evidence photos. I'm going to share a couple things so just people have it in kind of in their mind. They can
Right.
kind of get it. So we're walking down the trail. I looked over to my right, which is to the west, which would have been to the west. I looked to the west, so I looked to my right, and I was like, wait a minute, what is, and I kind of went over and I looked down and I saw this huge depression in the ground. And when I say huge depression, and I will show you guys when I get to the photos, I'll show you, I actually took a picture of Matt inside the depression, and he's going like this with his arms completely stretched out, and he still
Mhm.
isn't. It was just, so it almost looks like like a crater, but it's interestingly, it was about 10 to 12 feet off the trail on each side of the depression. And I didn't get photos of each side, but I did get photos of one of the sides.
Like
But on
something was
both,
bedding down, you mean? Like something was bedded
I
down?
yeah, I think that the circle thing, this depression, I think would have been maybe a bed of
Right.
some kind. It's big though.
Now
But on
what
both
kind of trail?
sides, hang on both sides, there were like blinds. There
Well, there
were
you go.
like a blind. One was a tree fallen over where the root,
Hmm.
you could see the bottom of the tree, and with some other branches and stuff kind of on it. I did not get that photo. However, I did get a photo of the other side, and you'll see it. I'm going to show that as well. But
The
this,
natural hides, what you're saying, right?
Right.
yes. And okay, so the holes in the center, there was a blind on each side. Right behind, about another 10 feet, was a game trail that ran diagonal across, like
I was
right
just
in
gonna
front.
ask you that. I was just
It
gonna
was
ask you that.
right in front. Okay, so I've got Matt. Caitlin is on still in the middle. She's standing now. She's a photographer, and she always
Hmm.
has her Canon. She takes a Canon camera. That's like this, expensive
Right.
Canon. Okay, takes video and it takes photographs. So she's a photographer, and what she does is she goes out when we go hiking. She just starts taking photos of all kinds of things. So she's on the trail behind us. Matt and I are checking out this depression. We're checking out these two blinds that we saw. So all of a sudden, we hear like I, it's hard to describe it, but it was just like we heard something hit the ground. And Caitlin, I turned around, Matt and I both turned around and looked, and she had this look on her face, and she goes, a stick just came flying from over there in front of my face. And I looked down, and there was a stick about, I don't know, about that big, laying on the ground. So I was like, wait, what? Now, Matt was further, he was literally standing inside the depression, and I was standing outside of it. So it was easier for me to get out onto the trail next to her.
Right.
I come out onto the trail. She's to my right, and she's just kind of like a little on the freaked out side. So she's kind of standing there for just a minute. We're trying to kind of just looking around, like, wait a minute, what's going on? I look dead in front of me, and I see from here, and I know y'all have heard me say this before, this part of the story, from here up, probably, I'd say 50, 60 yards, 70 tops. I see behind the tree line in the back from here up, and what I describe it as something very human. It did not look, it was just like me, skin, hair, rounded head.
Right.
Although the hair that I saw on top was short, it was shorter. And I saw, it was the color of the hair, was like an auburn color. It wasn't like orange. It wasn't brown. It was like an auburn. It was a beautiful auburn color, but the skin was gray. So what I saw, I saw this, right? Like from here up, and it was like we locked eyes, and it was like 1, 2, 3, and then he just went straight down. Just like boom.
Is that the one? Is not that the same picture in the palmettos? Is it?
Huh?
Picture?
It was no. I saw it more to the left. Okay, saw it because when we get to pictures, I'll point it out. But what I saw, when I saw it, I said, and then and just so I guess I forgot this part of the story. I'm trying to get it straight, guys. Forgive me. I always take out, when we go, I have like a selfie stick with a gimbal on it, and I put my phone on it.
Right.
And so when you extend it all the way up, and it has the little button on the handle. So when I locked eyes with it, and then it went down, just straight down, I just put my stick up, and I just started, and I couldn't see the phone. I mean, it's up above my head by like 2 feet above my head, and I'm literally just going click, 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 like that. I couldn't see back there, but I was hoping, I was just praying that maybe I caught him. So I'm taking the photos. Matt comes out comes kind of like, he comes out of the trail, out of where the depression he was at, onto the trail. He's now to my left. Caitlin is to my right. And Matt says to her, because Matt and I heard movement to the left. But Caitlin kind of was taking photos to the right because she was on my right side. So she had a different perspective. So we never saw it. We didn't want to go in. We didn't go in. I'm not going to go chasing it. I'm not, we weren't chasing. It was just kind of like if there was going to be an interaction, because that's how we always are. If they want to have an interaction with us, fantastic. We will take every single one of them. But not to get off the
subject, but Robbie,
yeah,
you ever come down here, man? Her and Matt have a place, me and you and all of them, to just go sit, pull in with the trucks and go sit. They'll walk right up to us.
Yeah, just sit.
Now that it's getting a little cooler, and I got every other weekend off. I'm gonna plan maybe take a Thursday off and come down where we got.
Me too, and then we'll jump in the truck and we'll go down to Marty and Matt's.
I'm only what we figured out about 8.5 hours, Anthony.
Yeah, and then I'm only 4 out. Not even. Yeah. I'm only 3 hours from them.
I think Yeah, I think you're three. No, yeah, I
You
think you're
guys are
around
in
3 hours. Yeah,
West Palm, right?
yeah,
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 you're 3 hours from me.
yeah. But
Yeah.
almost to the Broward County like border there. We're like just over it, but we're in
So
Palm Beach. Yeah,
you're in
yeah.
West Palm. You're in West Palm Beach.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's where I
Yeah.
used to. Yeah, where I used to live. I used to live out
So
in the Corbett area.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
so Caitlin was taking photos to the right, and Matt and I heard some movement in the back there, like kind of in the back to the left. So we were thinking it went down and then moved to the left, but we never saw anything else. Didn't see
Hmm.
anything else, didn't hear anything else. Nothing else was thrown at us. And we all just kind of chalked it up to be like, hey, okay,
Ah,
so
well, yeah.
I had a sighting. I had a sighting. All right. I was
Finally.
praying. Yeah. Well, I just was saying to myself, please let there be something in my photos,
Oh,
like,
there
you
is.
know,
Oh,
because
there is.
I was the only one who saw it. Nobody else saw it. It was just me. So I was like, please, I don't want people thinking I'm, crazy. So, okay, I go home. We go home. We finish our hike. And I'm going through my photos. Now, mind you, I'm looking for what I saw.
Right.
The auburn gray skin being is what I was looking for.
Right. And
And
that's not
that's
what I.
not what I
Right.
found.
That's not what
That's
I
not,
seen. Right. When you sent me the pictures, I was like, boop,
yes,
there it is. And you were like,
yes.
really? You thought I was bullshitting you. You're like, you really see it. And I go, yeah, it's
Yeah,
right here. It's right there by this. And you're like, oh my God, yeah. And I
yeah,
spotted it right away.
because you never know who's going to
No,
see things and who's not in your photos. It happens,
because
people. I'm telling you, it
it wasn't,
happens.
it wasn't a normal, it wasn't a normal shape to
Mm-mm,
begin with.
no.
It was, all those palmetto
Yeah,
prongs are around it.
yeah,
And then you see this black figure of a head just standing, and it's right there. And I'm like, yeah, it's right there. I see it.
yeah. And
And then that,
and 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 because I was taking the photos, click, 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 click across this direction, I think that's why my photos are impressive
right.
because I have the one photo was
I'm sorry.
is a side.
I keep looking at the chat. I'm sorry. So if I'm
No,
like
that's
this,
okay. That's okay. So when the first photo is a side profile
hmm
looking like this direction. However, that made sense to me because Matt was on that side of me. That's
hmm
why he was looking that direction. And then the next photo taken, a second or so after is a full face where he was looking directly at me.
Now I have the photos that you sent me before they
Hmm.
even see them. There's, she has a bunch of photos. She sent me four photos. And
Yeah.
why she has it on the podcast right now, Dogman, is because one of the photos, or maybe both two photos, show cropped ears. Now, my opinion, which I might think what happened, how high up were you when you were taking those pictures? Were you pretty high?
Well,
Or were you face
I'm
back?
five
Were
three,
you face straight on with it, or
and I
up
just
above your
kind of
head?
no, I'm
Okay,
back. Thank goodness.
all right.
Yeah, so I had it above my head, and I guess the selfie stick was probably about 2.5 feet, completely fully extended.
Because it does look like a dog man, but then in that other
It's
photo, you don't see the cropped ears. So I'm thinking, is it maybe because
I
she was
know
so high that she caught a down image of it with something behind it, making it look like ears, or is
that's
it a
what.
is it a right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't, you know.
because where he is in the photo is only
Oh, there she goes. It's the weather, man. The weather is bad down there. We got all that. Sorry, everybody, but the weather in South Florida and in Florida alone, we're getting bad weather that's coming from both sides, the Atlantic and also the Gulf of
Miami.
Mexico. No,
And she,
I already explained to them we're getting bad weather because we
Yeah,
got those
sorry guys.
tropical depressions all around
Yeah,
Florida right now. We're getting
yeah,
slammed with stuff.
yeah,
So if she does get off the air, I'll just jump in, take over. Robbie will
yeah.
take over. So,
Please. So yeah, so in the area where he
oh yeah, it's the weather messing it up bad.
it's the weather. It's gotta
I
be. It's
know.
gotta be.
It is the weather because mine does it too. I'm
It's
sorry.
crazy.
She's sorry. Don't get
That's all
aggravated.
right.
It's all right. It's how it. Hey, we live in Florida. That's how it is.
That's true.
Wait 10 minutes.
True.
Wait 10 minutes, and the weather will
And the
change. That's
weather will
about it.
change. We
as
always,
Doc would
us
say,
Floridians always say that, right?
Mm,
as
Give it
Doc would
10
say, damn
minutes.
satellites.
yeah, damn satellites. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Doc would say. Damn satellite. Yeah, but
You,
Don
you
Moore
get
asked where Don Moore asked where. I guess I am. I'm in Ocala, Don. I'm in northern Florida, the center
Yeah.
of Florida. So
Yeah.
I'm right dab smack in the middle. So
Yeah. So I guess that's the only other part of the encounter I will tell you guys. Kate, like I said, Caitlin was to my right with her Canon camera, and she's a photographer, and she literally started just doing the same thing I was doing, just rapid fire taking shots, click, 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 click.
is that Matt's wife?
So yeah,
Okay.
so of course, I start looking through my images, and I can't find what I was looking for because, like I said, I was looking for auburn hair, gray skin. That is what I was looking for.
Right.
And probably a week or so goes by, and I go by Matt's, see the grandkids, and I said to Caitlin, I said, "Hey, Caitlin, did you see anything in those photos you took? Did you, can I please see the photos? Whatever." Well, she caught my Sasquatch. She caught my Sasquatch. Now, I'm not going to share that photo, and I have my own specific reasons why I will not share the photo. I'm not that photo will never see the light of day.
Why
And
is that?
and it's personal to me. It's very personal. It's very personal. I've decided I don't want that photo released. I feel that some of the evidence that we come across
Mm-hmm.
can be, I don't care if people believe it or they don't believe it. I don't care about that
Right.
part. I don't care about that part,
I just asked you that
right?
because we're gonna get comments, so that's why I asked you that.
But I'm not, because I feel like there's a personal relationship of some sort between me and the Sasquatch. And I feel like that was a very special moment for me. He did not have to let me see him. I call it a him. It felt like a him. I don't
Right.
know. And I feel also what is happening in the photo, I don't necessarily really want to discuss that yet.
Right. It's
You
like
know what
what
I'm
happened to
talking
me
about.
out there, but in the same area that you
Yeah.
guys were in. I didn't
Yeah.
expect to see what I seen, and I think I seen it because of all the activity out there
Yeah.
with the swamp buggies and hunting. And you know the area I'm
Probably.
talking, all
Yeah.
the area that I was in, and it kind of, and it's like, I was watching that documentary today, and it's like that image is burned
Hmm.
into your head. That's
Yes.
something you'll never forget. And I wasn't
Yes.
scared. I was more, um, I was more like, what am I seeing here? Like, what is that? Like I
Yeah.
can't make that out.
Thank you,
And it's not.
Gary.
That's not something I was used to seeing out in the swamp. I've been out
Right.
there. I mean, I've hunted hogs out there for years and years and years, and walked
Yeah.
through swamp in the middle of the night tracking my dogs.
Hmm.
I thought I was the biggest, baddest predator walking out there. And then boom, I come across this eight,
Yeah.
9 foot hairy man
Hmm.
standing in a field
Yeah.
out there, and it kind of blew me away. I wasn't scared like other people. Oh, I was scared.
Right.
I wasn't scared, but I did I ever go back? I never went back out after that, and I don't know
Hmm.
why. I just never had the
It
urge to,
leaves
I
it.
guess.
That's a
Yeah.
Right.
common reaction though from a lot of people.
Yeah, like I
Yes.
never went back out. Like after that hunting season, I never went back out. I never wanted to go back out. Even when I go out over here, I'm more aware of my surroundings now. And people go, "Oh, why do you carry?" What? I don't carry just
Yeah.
for that. I carry for other reasons, but
Right.
I don't want to be
Right.
a 411 missing persons.
Right.
And I don't want that to happen. But
Right.
you know, I wasn't scared. It took a while for me to compute what I was seeing in my brain, and I
Now
looked
you
at it through a
guys,
scope.
now both of you gentlemen have seen that's the photo that I'm not
Right,
going to release. You both have seen that photo. What
right.
are your,
Hmm.
without discussing what it is or the subject matter in it, what were your feelings about it when you saw it?
Mm,
Did it
Did it
look
look? Did it look real? You mean, or did it
yeah,
look?
did it
Oh
look like,
yeah, oh
I
yeah.
mean,
I said that to you in my
yeah.
text right away.
I mean,
You were shocked when you were like, "Really? Come
yeah.
on!" And I was like, "No, you know,
Cuz to me it's plain as day, right?
right." And I spotted
Yeah.
it right away when you sent it to me.
Yeah.
You
What are your
know, and
thoughts
that
on that one, on that one photo, Robbie?
I'm like Anthony. Obviously, first and foremost, I thought. I mean, I knew that that's what I was looking at. It was no,
Yeah.
it was no. Well, it could
Yeah.
be because you see a lot
Mhm.
of them. The blog
Yeah.
squatchers. We talk about them all the time.
yeah,
But
when people circle stuff and oh,
you
look at
know,
this, I'm
'cause-
like, I
and
don't see it.
how many times have
Yeah.
we talked about that, Anthony? You go out and you take a picture.
Right,
Da says this. I can't. I've lost count of how many times he has to say this in his show.
right.
Yeah, I
He,
can go out and take 5 pictures of
Mhm.
trees in my backyard and circle them, and half the people are going to say, "Yeah, there it is," and another half, "No, I don't." When it's just
See, like yeah, like hers, you
yeah,
didn't need to circle it. That
but
was the whole point.
that's what I was getting at is it was
Hmm.
not one of those you're like, well, maybe or maybe not,
Maybe it is, maybe it
because the
wasn't
human
that.
brain is hardwired to look for anything abnormal
Right.
Mhm.
and that is not supposed to be in nature. But when it's just there and there's just no other explanation or another alternative for it, it's just
Right.
like, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was plain as day when you sent it to me that night because you were I could tell I could tell you were contemplating on sending it and you were dilemmaed by it because you were like, nah. And when you sent it, and I said that to you right away, I said, "Oh, I see it," and you're like, "No, you don't, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, I see it," and I even described it to you where it was, and you're like, "Oh shit, yeah, you're right." And then I sent it to Robbie, and then I sent it to Da, and then they were like, "Oh, there it is, yeah." So you
Yeah.
can see it. Um,
It's pretty
it's not
evident. It's, to
right.
me anyway. It is very clear. Daytime clear photos.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like we were talking about, everybody is going to see what they want to
Mhm.
see on a lot of these pictures because
Hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just a bunch of brush or limbs or stuff like that, and you
Right.
stare at
Mhm.
it long enough, you're going to see what your mind wants you to see. But when it's something
Right.
like that, and it's just like there's no gray area
Yeah.
at all, it's just it is what it is. And
And
the
it
thing
may
is, people like Anthony and I have already had these encounters, our minds
right.
are already wired different than somebody who's not, some
Right.
or not a believer or somebody who is not a they don't exist
Mhm.
person, but I want to believe person. They're still not gonna.
Right.
Yeah,
That's like
everybody's
me.
gonna
I
say,
was
No,
a
yeah,
non-believer. I
and
didn't believe in this shit. I
yeah.
never
And
believed in this. I thought it was a big joke.
yeah.
And then, and that's the God's
Well,
honest truth, you know.
I'm gonna let me get a few photos pulled up here so we can take a look. Give me
And
one
then Don,
second.
okay, Don, you're in Southwest Ocala by me. I mean, well, you're not too far. Um, I'm gonna have Marty. If you can hit Marty up in her email, and she'll send you my email. if you want to go out and do some hunting, I got a guy right here that lives by me to go with. I have no one to go with when I'm up this way. Really, no one in my area. So Don Moore, hit Marty up or hit me up or
Or Matt.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt.
Um,
I think Don and Matt know each other. I'm pretty sure they
okay,
do.
because Don lives
'Cause
right
they,
by me. He's in Ocala. I didn't know that. So, awesome.
all
If you want to
right.
go out with me, man, I need somebody to go with. So, in my area.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Oh, there
All
she
right.
is.
All right. Can you guys see that?
Well, you got it on you only have it on there were like
It's on
1, 2, 3. Yeah, you
I'm
got
a,
to blow
thumbnails,
up the
but
picture.
I'm assuming when you click on one, it'll bring it up. It's just little thumbnails right now.
It's but StreamYard is weird. You remember that, Robbie, how DA was having
Yeah.
issues with it, with the pictures?
hold on. Let me try one more thing. I think I had to, let me try this. Of course, this worked when Matt and I were when Matt and I were going through it. It worked
Right.
perfect. All right, let's see. Can you see that?
Yeah, I see Matt there. Yeah. That's
Okay.
the depression.
Yes.
Yeah, something was bedded down there.
You see that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's stomped down and bedded.
Yeah.
That looks like, you know what that
And
looks
then
like to
see
me?
the trail behind it?
Yes.
You
You know what
see the
that
game
looks like?
trail?
That looks like, okay, if anybody's ever seen a bear bed down in an area, that's 10 times bigger than a bear bedding down in.
It also looks
I
like
mean,
when hogs make a waller out in the
Yeah.
ground, but
Yeah.
mhm.
bigger.
Yeah.
and
And
it
that's not
was and it
even, yeah.
was packed down. I mean, you can see the other grass around it, all of the
I see
other
it.
stuff. And none of it's packed down, except you can see towards like kind of behind
Yeah.
Matt. I mean, to the right of the photo, you can see the game trails that go diagonal.
Well,
It goes diagonal in the back there.
from a
Right.
tracking standpoint, you can see the colorations on like there's some plants that are still the same color, like
Mm-hmm.
down right
Like,
down there toward just below
yeah.
what you're circling right now. Just below
Mm-hmm.
that, you see some of the plants are still green, and then some
Yeah.
of the plants those are brown. Where
Mm-hmm.
it's the same plant, but something's been laying on it, and some of that plant that's still the same plant is dead or dying or whatever you want, or
Mm-hmm.
something's been keeping the sunlight
Yeah.
from it. So from a tracking standpoint, obviously I can look at it and say something has laid down there and been using that as a bedding area.
Frequently, a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I
You can
mean?
see
Like
that. Yeah.
it's not like they made it for a day and then
No.
left. That was
Well,
definitely something that was
yeah,
being
you don't get that kind of
used.
packing and
Right.
discoloration from something just walking over something or something laying down overnight. That
Yeah.
is more of a semi-permanent bedding
Mm-hmm.
area.
And then right here, if you can see, I'm going to slide it over. So the trail goes back. It's like diagonal this way. Okay. Right this direction. Right just past here, back
I see
here, and
that.
it goes right through that this hole right here is the trail. Now I'm going to show you guys the let me pull up the blind that was there. Let's see. Get this back up.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me see if I can.
That's a cabbage palm.
Yep. I'm
That's
sorry. I'm
good
trying
eat.
to.
That's good eating right there.
So all of these were all like there was like a whole path of them leading to this little blind right here.
Right.
And it was like if you look on this side over here, the trail runs right past it, right behind that tree right here. Like
Okay.
right that back in that direction. Again, has been spending a lot of time there.
Yeah, something's been sitting there waiting
What
and hunting. Yeah.
in my mind. I mean, I don't know, but
Well,
same.
you
And
know,
and and like I said, it's not. It was just this one was just to the right of that depression. I didn't. I wish I had taken a photo of the other side, but I don't know. I didn't. I don't know why I didn't,
right.
but I didn't get that. But okay. So now let's talk about do you guys want to let's see here. I want to pull up the side. Here we go. All right. So this is the original unedited, like I said in the description. This is an unedited original. So Matt's got to be proud of me. Okay, so this is photo number 1. And
Yeah.
this is, again, this is the original, unedited.
Yeah. No one, I see it right away because I know where it is.
So I would say this had to be, like I said, behind all of these trees. It's like marsh. It was kind of like marsh, grassy
Right.
area
Like a
back
flag
there.
pond, almost like a flag
Yes,
pond area. Yeah.
yes,
I know
yes,
the
yes.
area that you're talking about because that's where I used to hunt.
So when I was, like I said, looking for the photos, I was zooming in on all over the photo, like on every single one of those photos that I took. Now I knew I was in the right area because of this palm tree right here. That was my marker in my mind.
Right.
I'm like, okay. So when I saw the Sasquatch, it was to the right. He was like right over here.
How
Right
big?
over.
How big is that cabbage palm in the center? How tall is that? When you were there?
I would say I'd say maybe it's
6 foot.
no, it's taller than that. I'd say about 8 to 10.
Okay.
8 to 10.
Well, yeah, from the
It
top of
wasn't
the front.
huge.
Right, from the
Yeah, to
top of
the
the
top.
front to the bottom.
Like
Right.
up here, yeah, from here to down here, I'd say anywhere from 8 to 10.
All right. Now,
Now,
everybody, take that into consideration. How big that cabbage palm is now, because when she shows you the other picture, you'll get an
yeah,
idea how tall this thing is.
okay. So now I'm going to draw everybody's attention to this area right here. Can they see my
Yeah.
cursor? I hope so.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
do.
Cursor showing up.
Okay. So I'm going
Now,
to
when you
zoom.
blow it up, it might go grainy a little bit, but
Yeah, and especially going through StreamYard. Hold on
see,
one second.
yeah, there it is, right there.
Yep.
I see the face
Right.
and
I already
eye,
see it.
right? The eye and the mouth and the nose and everything. That's a big
Yeah.
boy. Look
Yeah.
at his
He's a
shoulder.
big
Look at his
boy.
shoulder. Look at his shoulder sticking out.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if anybody could see that, I could see it plain as day because I picked it right out.
Yeah.
Now,
Now,
the other
again, this
picture you
is,
have is better too.
yes. The second picture is better, but the reason that I love these photos, these images so much is because they were taken in succession and in 2 photos within a second apart. This photo, he's looking towards Matt. Like Matt is to my left. So he's looking at Matt. Now the next, and again, I'm going to show you guys my metadata so you guys can all see I'm not bullshitting and of when these photos were taken. So at the end here. So, okay. So this is the side profile. All right. Here comes the big boy.
I just told DA to jump in. I said, jump in, jump in. You're in the chat. Why don't you just jump in with us?
Yeah. Did you send him the link? Send him the link.
If he can jump in, I'll send him the link.
Yeah. Absolutely. The more questions, the better, because I want to,
Because he said that looks like a great research area. It is.
So now, again, same area, looking in the same exact area right here.
Yep.
Slide it over.
Where's that other photo you sent me of the close-up? You had a
Oh,
close-up.
I'm going to show
Oh,
those.
okay. All right, good.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
those
going to show
those are clear.
but I want but I but you know how people are always like, "Oh, well, if you have to put a red circle around it, then, so that was the reason I chose to show my originals that have never been edited before I showed the ones with the circles, right?
Right.
That's the reason that I did that. But here we go. I don't know if y'all can see it.
It
This
moved.
is because, yeah,
It actually
it moved.
moved. And you can
It
see the
moved.
face better now, yeah. Because it
You can
actually
see
did
a
move in the picture.
shoulder,
Right.
shoulder,
That's how I knew.
face.
That's how I knew it wasn't bullshit, and it wasn't fake, and it wasn't
Yep.
paradol. It wasn't paradola. You could see it where it went from the right down to the left where it moved. It started crouching behind the
Mm-hmm.
palmettos more. When you
Yep.
showed me those photos, I picked it out right away.
Yep. And then in the next photo after this photo, he's gone.
Yeah,
There's nothing there.
yeah.
There's nothing there.
I
Okay.
mean, see now right there, it looks like a snout, like a.
Right.
But I think it's
Doesn't
where,
it?
yeah. But I think it's
And
how you had the camera, and his head
maybe.
was down a little bit because
Yeah.
you see the nose, and then
And
the
that's
eye,
why
the
that's
bridge.
and yeah, like I that's why when I found these in my photos, I wasn't sure if this was a Gugway or if this was a Bigfoot or Sasquatch with that has a different kind of face than the
That
one I
looks
just saw, because
that
the
looks
one I
more
just
that looks human
it
to me,
looks,
Marty.
huh?
That looks human to me almost like
This one,
Aborigine. Yeah, it looks like, well,
Aboriginal.
yeah, that's what I seen out there. I mean, it looked Native
Yeah.
American Aborigine, and
So
that's the
that looks more
same
like the
look.
one you saw, Anthony.
Yeah, because it had that big flat nose,
Mm-hmm.
and the bridge. You could see the eyebrow bridge was so deep, and the head, like the first one, that's exactly almost what I seen in your first photo. Now, when you show the other photos of the close up,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you
And
could see the
what I
difference.
Yeah. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I took those photos that you guys have. I took
Mhm.
those photos and I put them literally side by side so you can
Okay,
see them together. So let me pull that up.
you got in the comments, everybody's like, "This has dog ears on it." It does look like dog ears. Yes, it
It
does.
does. That's why I'm saying I don't know if it's a dog man. I don't know if it's a Sasquatch. I don't know.
Right,
But it's, to me, it's something.
right. No, it's there. You could see it. You could see
All
it plain
right.
as day.
Okay.
Now,
Can
yeah,
you
but
see
look
that?
how it. See how it. Now you could see the different movement, like the head's to the side now in that other photo that you have on the
Yes.
left. Now
Yeah.
you can see
And
the bridge of the nose. This one's looking straight at you on the right.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it was moving. I
Yeah.
mean, because you're not moving the camera, that's the same picture head on,
Yeah. It's the same picture.
and you're just taking frame by frame on it.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
and
got
you
to
know
do? I got to buy you. I'm going to buy you a really good camera. I really do. I think we have to
Yeah,
get
because
Marty
these
a
were just
really
shot
good.
with my iPhone. These were just my
Yeah,
iPhone on a selfie stick with a gimbal. It had it has a
right,
gimbal, so it keeps the images, you know what I mean? It keeps them from like
right.
doing that.
I
So it was
I got my
stabilized.
eye. I got my eye on two cameras right now. One for me and one for DA. The one that Matt I talked to your son about to get the
Yeah.
video, and
Yeah.
they take K4 video and
Hmm.
pictures. And I'm gonna pick those two up, and I'm gonna send one to DA and one for me here. If I can get it cheaper, I'll even send you one because you need one bad.
Aw, thank you. That's so
You
sweet.
do need one bad because if you had a really good camera, that thing would look amazing, even
It
better than what
looks
it does.
better, but guys, just so everybody knows, it honestly looks better not going through StreamYard. That is a
Right?
real thing. That's a
No,
real thing.
it is because even when you said it to me on Messenger,
Yeah.
it wasn't that grainy. And
No,
StreamYard
not at
breaks it
all.
down a lot. I don't know why they do that. Even with DA's
Let me back.
photos,
Let
it
me
does that.
let me go down. Did that help a little bit?
Yeah, he doesn't look
I
pixelated
shrunk
anymore
it
that
down
bad.
just a little bit. Okay, that looks better. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but you can
So
see the
and you
movement.
know everything behind everything is the same
Yeah,
in both
so
photos.
it,
Like
it was moving.
everything is
It
identical
just moved its head. It moved its
except
head from forward to the side view of it right there.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got some good pictures there, and I said that to you, you know,
Thank
before.
you.
Um, I wish I
I
get that
can
lucky out here. Damn.
I I can always come back to this photo, but I want to show the metadata. Now I'm going to show you guys. You just saw the two photos, the side profile, the
Hmm.
full face. I'm going to present the metadata in the exact same way. So that way you guys will, here it is. Like I said, the only thing you will not see is the location.
I got a question for you. Now you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to answer it. Um, and I'm not trying to, you know, how far away are you from where Mark
From
and Mark and Kerry got their photos of that one that looks like Bruce Banner? And the
I
reason
have
why
no
I'm asking,
idea. No, because where I personally don't know that area. I think
okay,
Matt knows where that area is. I don't know where that area is
the
at.
reason why I'm asking you this, do you think maybe it's the same clan?
No,
You don't think
no,
so? Okay,
no.
because you know how they're in clans, especially
Yeah,
you know, and they
no,
travel
I
out
don't
there
think
a
so.
lot. Okay, that's why I was
Okay,
asking you that.
and okay. So here's my metadata. So you can clearly see Sunday, March 13th, 1:15.
Oh, and your
This
phone
is
number's up there too. Everybody, if you want to call her, right there's her phone number. No, I'm
no,
joking.
it isn't.
I'm
Oh my
joking.
God, you just
I'm
freaked me out
joking.
right now. I'm
I'm
like, oh
joking.
my gosh.
I'm joking. Right
I'm like,
there, Marty.
Anthony, you just doxed me, man.
No, I'm joking. I'm playing with
So
everyone.
I know. And so again, this is the area back here. This is the area back here. And if let me scroll just a little bit. Okay. Now
Oh, I
Matt,
guess your son. I'm sorry. Your son asked me to repeat that, Anthony. Um, is it how far away is that area, Matt, from where Mom got the pictures that Mark and Carrie got Bruce
oh
Banner?
wait. No, yeah, no, nowhere near. Nowhere near. This is
Okay.
these wait, I think there might be a little confusion. These photos I got at Big Cypress.
Oh, yeah, you way far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was in
Forget
big.
that.
Yeah,
Squash that.
these were somewhere in Big Cypress.
The reason
Big
why I asked
Cypress.
you
Yeah.
that, I thought maybe it was the same clan.
Oh
You know,
no,
just how they travel. Okay.
no, I don't think so.
All right.
But
Squash that, Matt. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I didn't like realize
Yeah.
that. But okay, so but you can see they are image number 3627,
Right.
image number 3628. They were
Yeah. You
taken
got
with
some good pictures.
my
You
Apple
really do.
iPhone 11. You can see right clearly right here, like
Now,
iOS 32.
I thought that had a good camera on it. The iPhone 11s.
The 11s, it's not a bad camera, but anything I think the 12s and more recent, I think they have better cameras. I think they
Yeah,
do.
but they
I'm
ran it and man, how they ran it and raved of oh the iPhone camera and 11. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. And this and guys, just so you know, this little white thing in the middle, it's an app I have for my job that
that's
looks
your
for
trademark.
plants and
That's
it
your
tells you,
trademark.
yeah, there
Yeah,
you go. And I couldn't get rid of it. I don't know why, and I didn't want to delete the app, so I didn't think it mattered because we're looking at the data, right? So
that's it. To hell with them. They don't kick. Hey, if you guys don't
yeah,
like it, don't worry about it.
yeah.
I'll tell them. Don't worry about it. I'll tell them.
But so everybody can clearly see that these photos literally were like a second apart
Yeah,
or
yeah.
less.
You were clicking off stuff like crazy
Yeah.
with that thing.
I was just going click, 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 I panned this direction and then I panned that direction. I came this way and then went back again.
Yeah, like
So,
to give everybody an idea, Big Cypress is literally Big Cypress. It is
yeah,
huge.
huge.
Um, it's where I'm talking about, where I seen mine. You're talking about what 100 mile, not even what 75-mile difference away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
maybe.
pretty far.
Or
Um,
more. It might be more. It might
yeah.
be more because
You guys look it up on a map. Big Cypress is really a big
it's where
part.
you're talking about, where I think where you said JW Corbett, right?
JW Corbett area, management
Okay.
area.
Probably I would say because it's about an
So
hour
100
and
miles, about 100,
something. Yeah,
about
about
100
100
miles.
miles.
Yeah, yeah, because Big Cypress is down by Broward,
Yeah.
um, where I lived
Yeah.
before I went to Palm Beach, and I used to go hunting out in Big Cypress all the time.
So what do you guys in the chat think? What do you think about my photos? And listen,
Or
if anybody else wants, I will not send anybody my original photos. But if you want me to
right,
send maybe one of the photos that I've like enlarged with the circle, I don't mind
right,
sharing that. I don't mind sending it. Reach out to me on Facebook. That way you can maybe get a little better, see it a little bit more clear, not going through StreamYard.
right.
Reach out to me. I'll send them to you. You want to see my metadata? I'll send that to you too. I have no problems. I just won't share my original unedited photos, but that's the reason I wanted to show them here tonight, because I feel like sometimes we don't get to see the original photos that people,
Right.
when they find stuff in their pictures, all you see is like, oh, they zoomed in like really, 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 and then you really don't see anything.
Yeah,
So
because it gets pixelated so bad. Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like what they, it's
DA, did you want to join us? I see he's in the chat.
he's
DA, do
not
you want
he's
to?
not at
He's
No.
home.
not
He
home.
said
Oh, he's not at
Yeah,
home. Okay.
matter of fact,
Then that's
he said he's just having to get out. His phone battery's running
oh
low.
oh boy.
yeah.
So what are you
You know
guys in
him. He
chat?
would jump in. He would jump in a
Oh, I
heartbeat if he
know.
was
Oh, I
home.
know. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Darkwood says awesome photos. Thank you.
No, everybody did. Everybody thought it
And
was, crazy.
good. I'm
Good
glad.
photos.
That's good. I'm so glad. I mean, and listen, Dark Woods. You guys know Dark Woods, right? Do you know Dark
Yes.
Woods?
Oh, yes, yes.
You guys know he lives with them. So the only people I sent them to him, I sent the photos to him, I sent them to you guys, and then I sent them to Gary Spikes and Jeff Townsend, and that's
Um,
it.
get off the. Did you look? Did you see the private chat that Robbie sent you?
Just when? Tonight?
Just now.
Yeah,
Just
just
now.
now
Oh,
in
oh,
the private chat.
oh, hold on. Are you mean you mean this on this?
No, 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 no. On the show, the private chat. It says private chat, and in comments next to it's private chat.
Oh, I saw
Hello. Okay.
it.
And you don't have to answer that on there. Just answer it on
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
yeah. I think it would be even better too if you
Yeah,
did that.
we could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I thank you guys so much for coming on and doing this with me. I just,
No, no, no. We,
you know,
I love you to death. You're like,
oh,
we're just,
I know.
it's like the community, we talked about
Yeah.
before. Everybody has to stick together in this and not be
Yes,
at
we
each other's
do.
throats and
Right.
not make a
And
fuss over stuff and act
yeah.
stupid.
And like I said, if somebody doesn't see something in the photos, that's okay too. That's perfectly fine. If you
Right.
don't see anything, that's okay. If you do, great.
Mm-hmm.
If you think it's this or you think it's that, it's up to you. It is your own interpretation. I personally don't know shit about shit, and I'm going to say
Okay.
that. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a dog man. I don't know if it's a
Right, and
Sasquatch. I
I
don't.
think it's because of the how high it might have been the angle you had it, and
Yes.
because in the other ones you don't see the ears. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. So it
Yeah,
blew me
that's the
away a
weird
little
part.
bit. Right, it blew me away a little bit. I was like, okay, so it
Yeah.
might be the angle you had the camera and everything. And you know how, and your son will tell you that because he deals with and his wife deal with photos all the time because that's what
Mm-hmm.
they do. how
Well,
different angles can screw everything up.
I really feel like what also helped me out was that I had the cell phone on that gimbal that
Right.
kept everything stable.
Steady. Yep.
So it didn't, if I would, me moving around didn't affect it because it was on that gimbal and it was stabilized, the camera. So I think that is also what kind of helped me get those pretty clear images. But, again, it wasn't what I saw. I did not see that. We heard movement in that area, but we thought it was the Sasquatch that I saw that dropped down and then he moved to the left of us, like towards the left. So I'm thinking, that's why I was like, oh, he's got to be in there. We heard,
That's
Yeah.
what's always so cool about this to me, though, is you think one thing and you're looking at one thing and you're like, okay, that's what, and then you see something totally different than what you were even expecting when you start looking at you're like, well, that's not even what I saw. That's something totally different that was out there too.
Yeah. And then, I always have heard, and another thing it never crossed my mind for at all either, because, people are always talking about how Sasquatch and Dogman don't get along and they don't hang out and they have nothing to do with each other. However, these two beings were not that far from each other. They were probably only, I'm telling you, they were close. They were not far, 50, 60 feet apart from each other.
Oh, Darkwoods is on here too. Hey, man.
Yeah.
What's up? I didn't know Darkwoods is on here. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show with us too. He's got to come on the show. I love his podcast, his voice.
No. Wait, wait. Are you talking about Dark Waters?
Is it Dark Waters or Dark Woods' podcast?
Dark Woods doesn't have a
Dark
YouTube.
Waters. That's right, Dark Waters. I'm sorry.
Dark Waters. That's Dark
Excuse
Waters
me.
has.
And I'm not even drinking yet. Hello. Well,
oh my gosh, that's so.
It's
funny.
that head trauma.
But you know what?
It's the head trauma, man.
I thought honestly when I first
the Marines have landed again.
Yeah. Where's my crayons? Where's my crayons at?
That's what it is. You haven't eaten your crayons today.
I ate my crayons tonight.
That's right. That's right.
And no, it's not funny tobacco either. I'm smoking, people. It's regular. So if anybody asks.
Listen, I can't even get to 500 subscribers, so I'm not monetized. Like I care if you smoke on my show. I don't care.
You will. I
vape sometimes. So
no, you will.
Okay.
You'll get there. You know how long it took, DA?
Long time, right?
And we're past. What are we up to? 3,000 now.
That's awesome.
31 something.
Yeah. So yeah, and it. You know what though? I got to get you, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna send everybody that we had on the show. I'm gonna send over to you, all of like that Dr. Meldrum, all them. I want I think the more guests you get that are reputable, I think the faster your channel is going to grow, and that's what did it for DA.
And I'm really hoping. I haven't reached out to him in the last couple of days. Robert Kreider is supposed to be on my show, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. So I got to confirm with him. He's out saving turtles and whatnot. So
okay,
but
like you need to
but he's awesome.
You could get on. Why don't you get on? You know what? I'm not even going to say it on live. I'll just send you everybody's info, and you can reach out to them.
Okay.
And you'll get them. They'll come on, no problem.
I hope so.
No problem. Like Jesus will come on. Did you have Jesus on yet?
No. No, he did send me but he did send me a friend request today. He sent me a friend request, so maybe
you need to get him on the show. Jesus. Yeah. Awesome guy. Awesome guy.
Now he is somebody that I would send my photos to because
he does good work. Oh yeah. No, he does really good work.
He's somebody that I would he's one additional person that I would send my stuff to. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to because he'll break it down for you.
Yeah.
William.
Oh yeah. Even Fred. Have you had Fred on yet?
No, I haven't. I need to get. I wanted to do
get Fred on.
Yeah, I reached out to Fred and I forgot what it was. He wasn't available at the time.
He's been out in the
And
field doing his documentary a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. So we're gonna do something at some point
Good.
for sure. So
Yeah. I'll talk. I'll
yeah,
talk to him this weekend. I'll hook
yeah,
you up. I'll hook you up with
yeah.
Jesus. I'll have Jesus hit you up
Yeah, for
again.
sure. I would
I'll
love
get
to
you.
have him. I would love to do a part two and have you guys come on and Jesus come on
Oh yeah,
and after he's kind of done like an analysis of my photos, that would be awesome.
yeah.
Because listen,
That'd be
I'm
great.
going to be honest with you. Even though all of this is what I see and you guys see it, you just never know. If
Yeah, but when
somebody
he
who has particular programs that can go
right.
in there and really do like a deep dive and see
Oh,
your
when he
photos,
breaks it down with the color, it'll suck
yes.
out the picture even more.
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a photo that is to me. It's kind of like a little joke between Matt and I all the time because this was I caught this image. It's actually it wasn't a still image. It was actually from a video. I saw it. I saw something in a video. We were walking down same area,
Okay.
same exact area. However,
Big,
you know,
big
like behind
cypress.
those trees, yeah. But behind those trees is that grassy, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
okay. The trail we were on that trip took you behind those trees. You were on the back side.
Okay.
So as we were coming around, I had my gimbal thing again, and I was just videoing as I was walking, but I was doing it kind of, behind me a little bit. So I
Right.
kind of I was walking with the camera like this. So when I'm going to show you this is really interesting because I, I honestly don't know if it's a Sasquatch or not. I really don't. I'm not saying it is because it's very pareidolia-ish. So, but I'm going to share them for you with you guys just so you can kind of see like this is the kind of stuff I don't, you never know. So, all right, so I'm going to show these with you. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to. This is not the Sasquatch that I saw that day. This is completely different. These were taken in January, and then the photos that I just shared was in March, so a couple of months apart from each other,
Okay, cool.
and on two different trails in the same area. But this is a weird photo. It's very strange. Okay, so let's see.
I'll tell you what, why don't you send me the photos on my email? Because I have a program on this new computer that I
Uh-huh.
can break down the pictures also. I want to see if I can do it and get some practice.
Okay. All right. So this is the photo. Hold on one second. Ta-da. Share screen. Okay. So again, it was a video. That's why it's kind of stretched like long ways. But I was going through the video. Can you
I'm
see it?
blowing
Can you
this
guys
up.
see it?
Yeah, I'm blowing it up. Blowing my screen up on. There we go.
Okay. Okay. So as I was looking, going through the video and I was watching the video, this back right here, it looked really, really dark to me. And I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't quite figure out. And then I saw this. So I said, oh, that's weird. Like there's this dark, shadowy thing and then something here. So this is what I thought. I thought, oh, maybe there's something here. So now let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, it's not going to let me. Sorry,
Yeah, it's
guys.
getting.
Hold on. I
See,
have, but
it's like StreamYard's pixelating it. Yeah.
that's okay though. I have other photos that are zoomed in already.
All
So
right.
okay,
Good.
so that was my original. This is a zoomed in version, and then you guys tell me what y'all see.
Oh yeah, I see it.
This is what I was looking for.
Yeah, but I
But
see
when
it.
I
It's not. It's
but
not that. No.
this right here, Anthony, you know how they do those burns?
Yes.
Okay. This was a burnt the head's gone of,
Right.
of a cabbage palm, and this is like the burnt stump of it.
Right.
But
I see it.
this
I see it right there. Well, see, I know where it is. I seen it right
and
away.
this to me looks like a shoulder or an
Yeah.
arm. but it
Yeah.
looks like he's just peeking out, like,
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me show you this next thing.
That's a little, yeah.
Okay, now let me show you the next one. Now this one, oh, that's, wait.
Now you got people that are already commenting and say, yeah, they see it
Oh,
right
good.
away.
I'm glad.
Gary Spikes, Diane.
You see it now? It really pops, right?
Yeah. What did you do? Change the color?
Yeah. You see it?
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah. That's,
Like
yeah, because you could see where the head is blocking the palmetto leaf that's coming down
yes. Like
on it.
here's the side of his mouth, and
Yep.
it looks like there's hair right above his lip and nose,
The bridge of the nose. Right.
eyebrows,
Right.
conical head.
Yep. I see it. I seen it right away in the other picture.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, because like we said, they're the masters of hide and seek. These things, you're
Yep.
not going to catch them all the time like everybody thinks you are. In these photos.
Let me
So
see it. This is no, it's gonna come out. I'll show it, but it's really zoomed in. It's probably gonna come so pixelated. Let's see how it's gonna come across. Is it too much?
no, it's okay. It's not bad.
Not bad.
No.
But to me, it looks like a shoulder here,
Yeah.
a shoulder, and an arm right
Yeah.
here.
Yep. There's something
Yeah.
there. You could see the face features, and then that's not normal for that bush, that palmetto. No.
No. So that's what I'm saying. It's very strange, It's a weird area. I mean, we've caught quite a bit of stuff there. We've got prints out of there.
I had an experience out there before the one I had in Corbett area, but you're talking years and years before that. I was still in high school. We went out camping out there. I never seen it. Something hit the side of the truck. I was sleeping in my truck, and my buddy was in his tent. He swore he seen a shadow, big tall shadow, walk past the tent and stand there. But something hit the side of my truck and dented it in the quarter panel, and it woke me up. And I didn't see what it was, and I thought, it's all. It was probably a hog or something, or him messing with me. So,
Gene, in which photo?
I think the one you just shown.
Oh, the one that I just showed.
Yeah, I think the one that he was talking, because he's mentioned it was on its knee or something.
Let me try. Not be this one. Trying to. Let me go. I want to go back. See, it's so hard because when you let's go back to the original. I'm going to go back to the original photo, the very first one I showed. Hold on. Let's go back to that one. Because if you, all right, so I'm going to try and zoom it in here. Let's see if I can.
That is the original one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the original. And okay, so the face that I showed you guys is right here. And this right here.
Yeah, it's right. You're right. Pops out. Right.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. It's not here. It's here. Here's the face, and this is the burnt thing. Like how they do those control burn things, and then you'll see the palmetto, like, you know what I'm talking about, Anthony? Florida's weird. They do weird. Like, I think this one might have been a burnt one too. I don't know if I can zoom in on that one. Let's see. See how this is like, it's just a burnt, and there was a lot of that day. And in the wintertime is when they do a lot of those.
That's not a control. Yeah, but that picture, that's really too high for a control burn.
Yeah.
That right there is not. You could tell it's not. Because that's a big cabbage palm right there.
It's crazy, right? It is so pixelated.
Well,
Holy
because that
cow.
StreamYard does that.
Yep.
For some reason, I don't know why they do that.
I have no clue either.
I got my dog
Anyways,
whining.
I think I thought it was pretty interesting.
No,
So,
those are good pictures. The other one, now the one, yeah, those other ones are
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Those
the
are
other ones
really.
are, those are to me, those are special. I think those are really, really serious
Mhm.
evidence to me.
Yeah, I like those. Those you could see
Yeah.
plain as day. They pop right
Yeah.
out when you sent them to me.
And
I'm like, oh,
yeah. And like anybody, like I said, if anybody wants to see them, like on your phone, hit me up on Messenger, and I'll send them to you guys. I just am not, the only one I will not share is the Sasquatch that I saw that day. I'm not going to send that to anybody. You
that's
guys
fair.
have seen it. You guys
Yeah,
have seen it.
I've seen it.
You guys have seen it. Yeah, that I
That's
that
the
I
one
won't
that was
share.
wearing. That's the one that was wearing the bikini.
Yes, the
Hmm.
pink polka dot
Yeah,
bikini.
Sassy Squatch.
yeah,
Sassy Squatch. That's right.
the
That's
sassy
right.
squatch.
Sassy Squatch. Yep. Yep. Well, I want to thank you guys again for being here with me tonight, kind of going through this
Yes,
evidence. I appreciate your expertise. I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate you guys supporting me in doing this because I know that, I'll probably wake up tomorrow with tons of comments talking to how it's pareidolia. That's okay though. They can, they
we've
can,
seen it. We've seen
Everybody's got a
pareidolia
right to their own
before.
opinion. I mean, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
yeah,
I've seen pareidolia. Robbie's seen it.
yeah.
You could tell right away what
And
pareidolia is.
And it happens. I mean, okay, listen. Let's go back. Before we go. I'm not gonna let you guys go yet. Hold on one second. So I want to show you. Let's look at something.
Lay down, boss.
All right. So I'm gonna show this photo one more time here because I want to show you something. So all right. So here's what we were all looking at before, right? Right
Yeah.
here. But look at this. See
Yeah,
this
no,
right here?
I was gonna say something about that too.
But you know what it is? Just like in the other photo, it's another
Burnt,
stump that was
burnt,
burnt.
right?
But if I wanted to, I could be all like, "Hey
It looks like a
guys,
face right there,
hey
almost. Yeah.
guys, it was a
See,
Sasquatch
but
laying down
that is
on his
not defined.
belly."
That is not a defined picture like the one up above it. You could see the crane, the crown head, the eyes, the bridge of the nose. You could see it right there,
Yeah.
looking right at you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sorry.
right? Yeah, right there.
Right there.
That is a pretty clear picture.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
good.
and I don't think a lot of people have a lot of daytime photos that are as good
No,
as this.
I mean the only ones that I know that you know of too are Mark and Kerry,
Yeah.
and actually Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus has some excellent photos in the
But
daytime.
now, here's another interesting thing that went through my mind. The first time, the other one I just showed you guys with this
Hmm.
face coming out. Okay, when I saw that, to me, it was kind of like not green, because
Right,
like I know Mark and Carrie always talked about like the
right.
achromatical whatever, like all of the,
It
I don't
takes
know.
on the it takes on the
Yeah,
color and right. It takes on the
right.
color around it.
Right. And yet in all of my images, they do not have that appearance.
It could be the sunlight too.
So I
That's
don't
true.
know. And the Sasquatch photo that I just showed and the Sasquatch photo that I got the same day I got this photo,
Hmm.
they do not have that green appearance. Now is
Neither
I don't
Jesus,
know what.
even Jesus's pictures don't have that.
Yeah.
If
So
you look at his,
so now these particular areas, I would say, are about 150 miles away from each other.
okay, yeah, we talked about that.
So
I know what you're talking about.
so I'm not sure why that would be. I don't know if maybe, and well, I mean, there really isn't in the area these photos were taken, there really isn't no, there is like a swampy area. There is a swampy area, but
Like they
not
said, Kerry and Mark
not
were saying the algae could have an effect
yeah.
on it.
Yeah, because
Um,
there's in that area where they're talking about, yeah, there's a lot of like swampy algae
mhm.
stuff. Now
Oh, there is.
where mine were taken, it isn't like that. It's a little swampy and there is water there and all that, but
Right,
it's not that there's not like standing stagnant water with
right,
algae in it,
right.
like in those other areas.
Oh, I
So
know.
I
Yeah,
don't so I'm, maybe that's the reason,
it
my
could be.
photos don't
It
have
could
that
be. Well, even like I
reappearance.
said, Jesus' pictures are all done out in New Mexico and
Hmm.
that area, and there's no
Yeah.
green, or you could see the color of the hair and the face. It's like a grayish brown.
Hmm.
Um, and where Mark and Carrie's are, they're in the swamp to where I know the area. There is a lot of swamp area with algae and stagnated water. That
Right.
could have effect on it too.
Yeah.
You know, um, even look at the other one. Look at the what is that? That one Patty, the Patty film. That has
Hmm.
no green tint to it. I mean, you're
Yeah.
in the Pacific
Yeah.
Northwest. There's no swamp out there.
Well,
Right.
yeah, that's a nature thing anyway. We've talked about that before.
Hmm.
Look at tigers and how their fur color is depending on where they live.
Hmm.
I mean,
True.
if it lives in an area that's predominantly green, it's going to
Hmm.
have colors that are going to blend in with that. If it lives in a forest that's like browns and
Right.
things like that, it's going to have 'cause that's the ad uh, adaptive words. That's the adaptive
Right.
nature of it.
Right.
And it's the same thing even when you go around the world. You go around this whole continent, you go around the world. The the northern Italians are more fair skinned and blonde hair, redhead, and then you go down more south to like where my family, Sicily and Lower Italy, we're more dark skinned, dark haired. So
Hmm.
it's the same thing with animals. They do have a different color change in the areas that they're in. You
Yeah.
know, even the hogs, wild hogs in Florida and wild hogs in Texas and wild hogs in New Zealand. We don't have blue wild hogs in Florida or Texas, but in New Zealand they do. They're blue.
Mm.
Their hair is like
Wow.
a grayish blue.
Like a okay.
Okay, and if anybody don't believe me, go look it up.
Yeah.
They are a different color out there, and why? I don't, pigmentation. I don't know.
Right. Right.
So you're gonna get
Is it more like a rocky terrain? Like maybe there's like
yes,
black or gray rocks
yeah.
or something they
Now,
have to blend into?
right, but in New Zealand there is also swamp. Okay, there's
Ah, okay.
you have mountains, you have swamp area, you have desert area. I mean, there's different. These like I said, these hogs are all in this rocky mountain terrain area. But yeah, they do go in the swamp areas, but they are a grayish blue. They call them blue
Right.
hogs. Um, I've never seen one in South Florida or West Palm Beach or even in
Yeah.
Texas. But you go on YouTube and look it up, they're blue up in New Zealand. I was like,
Wow.
you know, it's totally
Hmm.
weird, because it's a different area. You know, it's just a different atmosphere,
Yeah.
different environment. I mean, look at what else? The deer. Look at the deer.
Hmm.
Deer up north are more light skin, buckskin color.
Hmm.
The deer in Florida here are more a dark buckskin color. With like
And
a dark.
yeah. And
So
then and then we have what we call the key deer, which are
yeah,
very tiny.
small, very small.
They're tiny
I
little
mean, they're the
things.
size of a what? A small,
Like
a
a
small. I would say a mid-sized dog,
yeah,
maybe, with
yeah,
antlers, and they look like a
tiny.
miniature whitetail. Yeah,
Yeah. They look like
they're
little miniatures. Yeah,
they're
they're
all
they're
over Key
little.
West. They're all over Key
Yep.
West, all over the Keys.
Hmm.
Even Isla Mirada, when you're first getting into the Keys, they're all over
You'll
that
see a
place.
lot of them. Yeah, you
Right.
will.
I mean,
Yeah.
even look at the cats. The cats down there, 6 toes,
I
because
had one of those.
they're from what is that author?
Hemingway.
Hemingway cats.
They call them
Right.
Hemingway cats, but
Hmm.
yeah.
you know, and you only find them in that area. They're all over the place down there.
Yeah.
The feral cats down there have 6 toes for some reason. Don't know why.
My
You know,
cat had the one that I had. She was the sweetest cat, so sweet, but she had 32 toes
what?
altogether. Yeah, 32 toes. It
Okay.
was crazy,
Well,
but
look
sweet.
what's out in the swamp out there by you now.
Hmm.
Those ocelot cats that are out in the
Yeah,
swamp out there. They're from Brazil, the rainforest. They got
in
loose
the
from the hurricane.
in
Yeah.
the area where these photos were taken, they have photos like when you first walk in that you'll see where they have caught on game trail cameras the Florida Panthers in there.
Yeah, they're all. We have them up here.
But I
We
know
have
that
them all
Florida
over.
but I know
Well,
that a Florida Panther didn't make that depression in the ground.
no, 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 no.
I want to. I wish we had had a tape measure that day, but I would say that it had to be at least, I don't know, 20 feet away across diameter, probably 20 feet. I mean, it was big. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
what
not
the hell
something.
is laying there?
Yeah, something was laying there.
What could
And
be
we don't have. Yeah,
laying?
we don't have grizzly bears in Florida. So
No,
I
no,
mean, that's not even a black bear. A black bear wouldn't make
no.
a bedding area that big.
Mm-mm.
You know, I've seen bedding areas for black bears up by me here. They're
Mm-hmm.
not even that. They're not even that big.
Yeah,
Trust me. Um,
it's crazy.
something big was laying there, or two were laying there.
Or exactly, that's what I was thinking too, because
Yeah.
there were two blinds. So I thought,
Yes.
oh, well, maybe there were more than just one in that, hanging out there
No,
hunting. I
you
don't
got good.
know.
You got some good photos there.
Yeah, very
Well,
Very,
good.
very good ones. Let me tell you.
thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right, let's call it a wrap.
Yes. Yes. You
Thank you.
stay on after we get off too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much in the chat. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys have a question that maybe we didn't get to in the show tonight, please put it in the comments. I will answer your questions. And again, if you want to see my metadata or if you want to see the zoomed in photos, the side by sides with the red circles around them, I'll be more than happy to share those with you guys. Just reach out and I'll send them over.
Yes. Darkwoods.
And
Yes, I do have a Facebook account. I have actually two. Um, you might want to hit me up on both of them, so I don't look at my other one. So just hit me up. Anybody that wants to questions or anything like
yeah,
that, get my
yeah.
info. I'm not going to put it out on her live stream because my phone won't stop.
Well, I'm really glad that I had an opportunity to do this tonight. You guys are here with me to share it, and it's amazing. And the private chat message, definitely. I do have a show tomorrow night, so it would have to be after my. Because what time does yours? What
We
time's
start.
yours?
Our time is 9 o'clock in Florida,
9. Okay.
Yep.
and
Yeah, because
Robbie's in South Carolina.
I have an interview with Priscilla Stone. She's the quantum witch, and she's not a witch, guys. It's a play on words,
Right.
okay?
What time? What time does your show start? What time does your
eight,
show start?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So it'll probably will only be about an hour. So I should
Okay.
be able to. Yeah, should be
So
cool.
it's a go for tomorrow night then.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right,
I
Robbie will
love
text
hanging
you.
out with you guys. You
On it right
kidding?
now.
Yeah, Robbie's going on there now to tell him he wants to set up the show for tomorrow then.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful Friday evening.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
appreciate all of you for being here and all of your support and your kind words. And again, if you have questions, leave it in the comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500. So if you're watching this on the replay, please subscribe to me if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the love tonight, guys.
Hit the button,
Peace.
people.
Yeah.
Yes. Hit that button. Please, please.
Love, light, blessings, and peace out, guys.
Peace, peace.